Okay, so what is your least favorite?
Moist. I'm sure you get lots of people just ugh.
All right, what is your favorite word?
Yeah, and okay, so you guys sent me the list of questions, and I was thinking about this one, and I'm like, what's my favorite word? And I'm gonna tell you, it's probably this is, unless you're a writer, you won't get this. Just. I sprinkle just over every single one of my stories, and it's like, oh my God, what were you thinking? Like 200 of them in a novella. Just take them all out.
Wow.
I know. It's yeah.
It's your in storytelling.
It's just they're just oh.
So you're the king of
But was it
anticipation.
just?
Well, it was just a just situation. I know.
They're out seeking justice.
I'm so glad for my editors. They have such a hard job in front of them. Oh my God.
You know what you need
No,
to
they
try?
don't. They just built a filter that looks for the word just and goes out.
Well, you know what you
Highlight
need to
it.
try? Write a short story with a character named Justin to get that out of your system. Because then
There
you
you
can
go.
use it freely and not
That's
get
a
dinged for
very
it.
good idea. What horrible things can I do to Justin?
I want you to delve into the dark court of the Fae with Justin.
Ooh.
Challenge.
With the unseelie.
Mm-hmm. Challenge laid before you.
Okay. Challenge accepted.
Ooh.
There you go. All right. Well, what turns you off?
What turns me off? Stupidity.
We got a lot of that on this side of the border. Girl, we're running in spades on this side.
I tell you,
We could export it and make some money.
We do not want it. So for anyone who doesn't know, I am Canadian. Yeah, I got to tell you, we've been watching from up here in the north and just kind of going.
You've stopped making popcorn because it becomes so real.
I know, it's oh Lord.
Uh-huh.
But we love you. There's anyways.
I know. You're afraid for us. We get it.
I hope it gets better.
What turns you on?
Big monster boys with beards. My husband's not listening, but they get part of the line.
And scene. All right. Well, what sound or noise do you hate?
Sound or noise do I hate? You know what? Anything that's repetitive, that you have no control over. Oh my God, like screaming children. Oh my God.
You know, it's funny now that you told me that your favorite word was just. There was this. I have to do a quick side story. I have a friend who runs a costume shop, and her mother was this Bostonian woman who just had like the whole Katharine Hepburn thing going on. Lovely lady, adored her. She just recently passed this year, but she was an amazing lady. But she would always, whenever somebody was, because she was dealing in theater, so she had gays around her all the time, But she always wore these high neck collars with a brooch here, and she always had a habit of clutching it and going, "It was just." So I thought, as soon as I saw that, I'm like, yeah, that I should tell him about her because he would probably write her into a book. Anyways, okay, moving on. What sound or noise? Oh wait, what sound or noise do you love?
Oh, that's a hard one. So when I'm writing, I have playlists for everything. I collect songs. I'm sure I've got like 2,000 to 4,000 songs on my phone right now. It's insane. But I put together playlists that match the mood. or the
Mm-hmm.
lyrics are in sync with what I'm doing. And I find there are certain tones or riffs that rewire the thought process to allow me to kind of settle into some of those darker, deeper, half-rotted environments where I can bang out monsters and demons and scary things. So really good example. It was a song I actually picked up off of the series The Magicians that they played in the background, and it was by Chelsea Wolfe, and I can't remember the name of the song, damn it, but there's this deep bass that goes throughout the song, and it's just, you would think it would be a drum played in hell.
You know, now that you said that, I have the preliminaries of writing and I should actually talk to you about it, of a horror story that's pseudo sci-fi horror kind of thing.
Ooh.
But anyways, it's set in the 50s, and I'm thinking about it. You know, Ima Sumac would probably be a great playlist for that. Do you know who Ima Sumac is?
Yes, I think so. There's a mosquito flying around me from the outdoors.
She's a Peruvian woman who had like a 8-octave range. It was just unreal. Yeah,
Yes.
She was a very, very kind of like fetish for people during the 50s. They thought she was the cool thing. So yeah.
The name of the song I'm thinking of is called Carrion Flowers.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Yes.
I know which one you speak of.
And anything Billie Eilish or Ruel, they often infiltrate my playlists quite a bit.
Okay. Well, what's your favorite curse word?
Fuck. like just and commas, I sprinkle that shit everywhere.
Well, fuck is a fucking classic word, for fuck's sake.
Fucking right on.
All right. Well, final question. What no, sorry, there's one more before. What profession would you not like?
You know, believe it or not, after I write all these things that go bump in the night, and I could never be a mortician.
I had a friend in high school whose parents were morticians. Let me tell you, there's a reason why you can't do it.
When I was a fresh gay coming out, one of my friends was a mortician, and he had an apartment above the funeral home.
Very 6 feet under.
Oh my God. And one night we're over there drinking. He goes, "Hey, come on downstairs." I'm like, "Oh, hell no." Nope. No. We'd go out drinking, and he goes, "You would never believe what happened to me this week." And I'm like, "Please don't tell me. I don't need to." They found this body out in the woods. I'm like, "No, don't, just stop." It's just, I could never do it. The human body is wonderful.
You know what? You need to create a gay anti-meme character that runs a mortuary. The funeral parlor keeps changing every month. All right, moving on. What profession other than your own do you dream of attempting?
Oh, so I'm kind of close to retirement, believe it or not. And
a 20-something like you?
A 20-something.
Tell.
I love you, 20-something. Oh God, I'm old and tired. It's kind of funny. I don't think I ever really yearned for a career in anything. I kind of fell into what I'm doing now during the day. I mean, I'm very fortunate and very lucky, and I really quite like my job. But if I had to go back and do it again and chase after something that was, I've got to go do this, I think it would be something a little bit more creative. So like, writing.
Producing and directing one of your stories?
Yeah. God, if I could get a Netflix deal, are you listening, people? I would.
Making a note to send it to him.
Dear Netflix. I think I would like that. The only problem is I like to eat regularly.
Yeah.
As I look at my bare belly, and there's so many things about the creative world. It's really tough to get a foothold and make a good go of it. And I mean, there's a lot of people who don't really, and this sounds flippant and it's not meant to, they don't care about the financial aspect of things. And I don't get that. Like, that's hard. That's hard. That would be hard for me. And I don't know if it's my generation or if it's just how I was raised, but I couldn't go, well, I made $50 this week. But I know people who are like that, and they're just like, no, don't worry about it. Rent will eventually be there. I'm like, oh my God, I just couldn't do it. So I know it's so hard, especially in the literary world, to actually get there to the point where it's a financially feasible living. And I take my hat off to anybody who's actually got there. It's a lot of hard work. It's kind of like in Hollywood where, the stars that make it. For a lot of us, when we sit back and look at it, it looks like they've made it overnight. And you're like, how does that happen? But in reality, they've put in the dues. They've worked the horrible side jobs. They have done the terrible acting gigs, the childhood parties where they showed up as clowns or God knows what else, and they've put their dues in. Writing is no different. A lot of the other creative aspects are no different. You've just got to put the time and the effort in until somebody says, hey, have you seen this guy?
Yeah.
Have you seen her do her stuff? It's fantastic.
Or like our friend, Tim, who's been on our show, Tim O'Leary, who's a screenwriter. You just produce it yourself. You crowdfund it and you do it yourself.
Exactly.
Put yourself on the map.
Yeah, exactly. You kind of have. You have to be a bit of a hooker.
Well, honey, we're all hookers.
Well, I know.
Did you hear that note from Nathan when he played? What was the character in True Blood? Why can't I think of he said, he kept calling everybody hooker.
Lafayette. I love him. Yeah. Oh my God. Hooker.
Hooker, please.
Hooker, please. But it's true, you have to prostitute yourself. You have to be willing to just kind of bear it all.
Get out there and make that coin.
You got to beat the street hunting.
Mm-hmm. All right, final question. Final question. If you believe in an afterlife, what would you like to have waiting for you?
Oh, my puppies.
Oh.
We have to, okay. So you mentioned Canela and Jalisco are my two hellhounds. They are our two Chihuahuas, and they're actually not hellhounds. They're adorable little things, and they'll go to anybody, and they just want to be kissed and loved and hugged. But they're also mischievous little. But they're going to be 14 this fall. Yeah. So Canela's gone deaf, so she has a hard time summoning the demons now. There's going to come a point in time, right? Beyond that, I don't know. It should be interesting. It'll be interesting crossing that bridge, won't it?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, you made it through the list. Ta-da! 5 stars. Oh, wait. That's our review. We can do that later.
I'd give him a 5-star review.
Okay.